There you are. Today I got an excellent video for you. We're going to straighten and glue pull a dent in this deck lid. And this is the thing we're doing today. We're going to straighten that dent right there. And that nasty little bugger right there. We're going to start by glue pulling this. See if we can get this all but perfect and then just do a skim coat of filler. Let's get after it. Okay, so I got my assortment of tabs here. These are all pretty much Kiko tabs. Got a little knockdown hammer. This tab, too big. So we'll go through here. Something like this might work well. We'll put it right on that crease. Bam, I think that's the ticket. We'll pull out that first. We'll tap down these crowns. Here's some of my knockdown tools. We've got a tool here with some different size tips, a flat tip, round tip, to knock down these crowns. Glue's heating up. Put lots of glue on here. We don't want to push it down too much so that glue's too thin. All right, so we're using the slide hammer here. This adapter right here will slide right over this and we can pull it out. I'm gonna go ahead and just try and pull it, and then if I can't get it by pulling it, we'll give it a little tappy tap with the slide hammer. See it moving there? We got some movement. Okay, let me give it a little pull right here on this end. Little alcohol on it. Probably should have cleaned it before I did the pull, but get a better pull on it maybe. All right, I'm limited on my tabs, but we're gonna use this one right here. Put it right in that center there. We'll see how well it does. Let it cool down. So let's put a tab on here as well. Well, a lot of it came out. Let's try another one on there. Oh, that's holding really well now. Okay, oops, smacked the camera. I'm gonna use this flat tip to start with. Knock down this crown right around it. All right, let's pull it some more. Let's use this one again, right in there. That pulled out too far, but we'll tap it down. A little bit better. I'm gonna try and get that little ding just a tad better. Nice. I like that. Now just tap down that high right there. So I don't think we'll do any more glue pulling. What I'm gonna go do now is tap down some of these crowns, these high areas. Then what we'll do is we'll sand it down and we'll get out the G90E and maybe do a little bit more pulling on this low area right here. I just got the flat tap down right here. some 80 grit. This is just going to show us our low areas and our high areas. So we got a high area right there. So we got still a little crease right there, little high area there. Of course, this is low right there. So we're going to need a little bit of filler. First, I'm going to take the belt sander. I'm going to sand these little low areas, this little crease and this little low area here. And we're just going to do a little pull on that, get that out a little bit better. Then we'll do some knockdown on it and get it ready for some filler. So for that, I'm going to get the G90E out. I'm going to start by pulling right in the center. Now I'm just going to pull on this a little bit. Let's grind this clean. Let's run this down with a DA and some 80 grit sandpaper. We're just going to feather edge that paint out, smooth it out, and then we'll lay a little bit of filler in here. Okay, the filler we're using today is this USC grip. Yeah, so a lightweight body filler. Mix up your hardner. Now you want to fold in this hardner. You don't want to stir it. You don't want to introduce air into the body filler. That causes pinholes. That's too much hardner right there, but we'll be quick in laying it down. We'll wash this with a little isopropyl alcohol. Make sure it's nice and clean. Now we prep this out with 80 grit. And this is going to kick really quick. So I'm going to lay this in here. I'm going to get a little bit on my spreader. I'm going to do this area first. Pressing it in, the first coat, press it in. This is so minor here. I'm just going to lay a little bit in here. I don't even think I need any on the bottom here, but we'll lay it in there just in case. Let's let that cure up, and then we'll block sand it out with some 80 grit. 80 grit on this small block. We're going to block it in different directions. Now there's a little bit of a contour with this panel, so we're going to go with the contour of the panel, but we're going to hold the block flat. A lot of times when you're new to blocking body filler, I tend to see a lot of guys take out too much filler and block too much, remove too much filler. You want to avoid that because it's just a vicious cycle where you're going to be removing the filler, applying more filler, and then blocking it out again and again, and you'll never end up getting it straight. See, I can feel this is already feeling really good. We're gonna put some guide coat on this, and we're gonna switch over to 180 on this spot very shortly, just because I want to remove those 80 grit scratches. I'll even go into circle motion at times, and you see we're breaking through right there. Okay, that's pretty good right there. We're going to stop right there. We're going to do this section here. I'm going to change blocks because this has a little bit of a contour this way and then a little contour this way. So we're going to need a softer block smaller and softer. But let's do this right here. That's good right there. We'll switch over to 180 to do this. Let's get another block. So here's a little block that I made. I cut down a motor guard. This has a little bit of give to it, so it's a little bit flexible. Put some Velcro on it. We'll slap a piece of 80 grit on here. We'll take care of this, and then we'll take care of this as well. So let's block this out. We'll be able to form this to the contours of the body, which is important to get it straight. Okay, that feels good right there. Let's block out this little section here. Here's my round block. It's a shorty. It's a little firm, but it'll work for this. Now I can kind of roll this in that contour. Really what I want to do is knock down this front edge. That's feeling really good. Okay, we're going to switch over to 180 on this stuff now, as we've got this relatively straight. For the 180, I've got this. This is just a foam pad, and I put some Velcro on it, okay? But look how flexible it is. I can really get in here and block this out. Man, that feels really good. I don't want to block any more filler out of there, but I do want to get these scratches cleaned up on the outside. I might go over it with the orbital sander on the outside to remove these 80 grit scratches. I'm really just blocking out these scratches. That's all I'm doing. We'll go over this with 320 as well. There's a little bit of a dip right here. We'll wash it with some isopropyl alcohol. Okay, I've got a soft interface pad here. This will move with the contours of the body, and we've got some 320. We're gonna go up around these edges and clean up those 80 and 180 grit scratches. A little bit of a high area here, so I'm going to tap this down. We're going to put a little skim coat of icing right there, and I'm just going to use a little bit of 180 because you want to have a 180 grit scratch if you're going to apply some glazing putty. We're just going to scratch this up right here so we can apply a little bit of glaze there. So this is just a little bit of USC icing. It's a polyester glazing putty, finishing putty. It's just a real thin filler that's going to fill any scratches, imperfections, any little wave, and we just got a little bit of a wave there that I want to straighten out. A lot of times I'll coat my filler with a thin coat of this just as an insurance policy to fill any deep scratches that I might have missed. Okay, so this is it. Little edge right here too, just with a thin coat. And I might as well just do this real quick. Just to make this, just to fill that edge. The soft foam pad, I'm gonna knock this down. This will show us any high or low areas. Wash it real quick. So now we have this all ready for primer. We're just gonna prep out the rest of this with the interface pad, the orbital sander, and some 600 grit sandpaper. And then we're gonna mask this off and primer it. Hey, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. And don't miss next week's episode when I share with you how to mix, apply, and block out your primer. I'll also give you all the tips and techniques you need to know to apply a beautiful looking base coat, clear coat finish on your repair or restoration project. I appreciate each and every one of you watching. Listen, we'll see you next time on Garage Noise.